MMA Roadshow, the gold standard in regional MMA news. We travel the highways and byways of MMA, bringing you the most in-depth coverage of MMA action. With blogs, photos, videos, specials, and real-time updates from events, we are in the know and on the go, bringing it to you blow by blow. And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MMA Roadshow.
Fighting right here, AFC 2, ladies and gentlemen. Atlas Fights, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We're so glad to have you here with us. This is our first of very, very many yet to come pre-fight free concerts that are going to be brought to you by Atlas Fights. We got many more to come, folks. Thank you so much for coming here to the first one. We've got a great band for you tonight. Going to kick it off. Stardustin going to be here. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I am the maniacal maestro of the microphone, Dynamite, the voice of Atlas Fights. We'd like to thank all of the great people and our partner here, the Golden Nugget Casino and Hotel. We'd like to thank Mr. Jim Hoskins, the General Manager, Mr. Brad Rhymes, the VP of Marketing. We'd like to thank Ms. Tessa Rogers, the Entertainment Director, Mr. Peter Morgan, Director of Food and Beverage, and Ms. Melissa Radovich, the Director of Marketing here for the Golden Nugget. We'd also like to thank the Mississippi State Athletic Commission, Mr. Larry Torgerson, John Lewis, and their entire staff for sanctioning and making sure that our fights are kept safe. We'd also like to thank all the great sponsors, the businesses that support Atlas to help us bring to you this great quality show. We'd like to thank Martial Arts Life Apparel, sponsoring some of the fighters here tonight. Great clothing company. There'll be a vendor also tomorrow night here in the room. We'd like to thank eSigWorks.net, Go-To Places Monthly, the Kangaroos Family Fun Center, MMA Global Solutions, Allen Hyundai, Rockstar Energy, Allen Beverage, and Pepsi Cola. We'd also like to thank Crown Royal and the official beer sponsor of Atlas Fights, the light beer that invented all light beers. Ladies and gentlemen, Miller Lite. And now we'd like to thank our staff here at Atlas Fights, the men and the women behind the curtains, the grease that gears the cogs, if you will. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, our president, Mr. Glenn Matina. We'd also like to thank Ms. Dawn Matina, our business manager. And ladies and gentlemen, the man with the plan, the leader of the big old rockin' band, the official fight director and business manager, ladies and gentlemen, here our fight director, Mr. Paul Dominique. We'd also like to thank our director of visual production, Mr. Mike Commersmith, the director of sound production, Mr. Kyle Curley, our director of graphics and web design, Jonah Bloom. We'd also like to thank Mr. Kevin Harris, the event coordinator here at Atlas Fights, Chris Montgomery, our official photographer. We'd like to thank Mr. Rick Peel with MMA Roadshow. We'd like to thank our publicist, Miss Angela Parent, and Dr. Terry Smith will be your king-side doctor tomorrow night during the event. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's meet our fighters for tomorrow night's event. First off, we're going to start the night off with an exciting 135-pound matchup between two great amateurs coming in to fight for Atlas Fights. First off, ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome to the stage, representing Lionheart MMA, ladies and gentlemen, here is Bobby Letkins. Bobby making his way all the way from Atmore, Alabama. This will be his third time inside the Atlas Fight cage. Bobby stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, a well-rounded mixed martial artist. He is going to start our show off tomorrow night right here in the Grand Ballroom. And Mr. Letkins comes in the lean mean, ready and rocking, 135 pounds. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. Let's meet Mr. Letkins' opponent for tomorrow night. Here is Cody Downs. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody trains with the Pensacola Boxing Academy. He is a well-rounded striker and is well-versed in the ground game as well. You'll see him take on tomorrow night. These two young fighters will go head-to-head. Bobby Letkins and Cody Downs are going to go to war right here inside the Atlas Fight cage tomorrow night. And Cody Downs comes in 134 1/2 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Cody Downs. This will be your first fight tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. They will step inside the Atlas Fight cage. Only one can walk away the victor. Bobby Letkins, the Lionheart, taking on Cody Downs in our first fight of the night, 135 pounds. These bantamweights will go to war right here at the Golden Nugget Casino, AFC 2. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, the hits keep on coming. We're going to go in the flyweight division, 125 pounds. Let's introduce your first combatant. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Gerald Colbert. Gerald, an outstanding young wrestler, ready to test his skills inside the Atlas Fight cage for the second time. Big things come in small packages, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the strongest and most fundamentally sound wrestlers in the Atlas Fight curry of fighters. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Mr. Colbert's opponent. Now introducing to the stage, let's hear it for Phil Soriano. Phil trains with Helson Gracie 601 MMA. Phil well-versed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So we're going to see a very technical matchup between these two on the mat, the wrestler versus the Jiu-Jitsu artist. Who's going to come out on top? We'll find out tomorrow night. These two men will settle off face to face inside the Atlas Fight cage right here at the Golden Nugget. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a limited amount of tickets still for sale. If you don't have your tickets, or your friend, your mother, your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your neighbor down the street doesn't have their tickets yet, now's the time to call them and let them know they are going fast. Get your tickets before they're gone. We're going to sell this place out tomorrow night. Do not be the one that said I missed it because I waited too long. Get those tickets now before they're gone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after our first two matches in your third match of the night, we might have to reinforce the cage for this one. It's time to bring out the big boys. The heavyweights will bang it out inside the Atlas Fight cage. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your first of two fighters. Let's hear it for Dexter Reed. Dexter, known as Dexter the Spectre. Dexter is well-versed in Kenpo Karate, trains at the Kenpo Karate Academy, Team New Breed. Dexter is an ex-Navy Master at Arms. He was an interrogation specialist. This young man will break you down mentally and physically. He's going to test his skills inside the cage tomorrow night against the Wolverine, Everett Sims. Due to travel arrangements, Everett unable to be here with us for the weigh-in tonight. Everett will be here tomorrow night. Dexter will have his hands full. Everett's 6'5", 263 pounds of muscle. These two big young men will go to town inside the Atlas Fight cage tomorrow night. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, moving right along to the light heavyweight division here at Atlas Fights. Introducing your first fighter. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chase Horton. Chase trains with Champions Freestyle MMA out of Birmingham, Alabama. This is his first time to step into the Atlas Fight cage. Chase feels that he's ready. He wants to show his skills here on the big stage at Atlas Fights. Chase Horton, 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 205, lean, mean, ready, and rocking pounds. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage his opponent for tomorrow night. Here is Tyree Bradley.
Go, Jay!
Tyree, known as the Nightmare. He'll be making his first trip inside the Atlas Fight Cage. Tyree represents Mergin Mixed Martial Arts out of Boynton Beach, Florida. The Nightmare stands 6 feet even, coming in at a lean, mean 205 ready pounds. These two outstanding young athletes, these two warriors, will go man to man, toe to toe inside the Atlas Fight Cage. The Nightmare taking on Chase Horton, two light heavyweights.
Thank you, good job. Get him, Chase!
Two outstanding young athletes are going to test their mettle inside the Atlas Fight Cage tomorrow night here at the Golden Nugget. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we'll venture off into the women's strawweight division. This will be a great matchup. Let's introduce your first fighter. This young lady is sponsored by one of our vendors, Martial Arts Life. Let's hear it from Miss Paxton Nettles. Paxton making her first trip inside the Atlas Fight Cage. She'll be taking on Miss Brianna Smith in the women's strawweight division. They'll meet at 120 pounds. Miss Smith unable to attend here tonight. She will be ready for war tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. Paxton Nettles will take on Miss Brianna Smith inside the Atlas Fight Cage. And after these lovely ladies get done banging out inside the cage, we go back to the big boys. That's right, we're going to step back into the Atlas Fight heavyweight division. Introducing first, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Shane O'Shea.
Oh, that could be zoomed in more.
Shane towers in at 6 feet 4 inches tall, 252 ready and rocking pounds. Shane will have his hands full tomorrow night as he takes on the big man, Big Frank Tate. You might remember Frank Tate from AFC 1 here at the Golden Nugget. Frank Tate, 6 feet 5 inches tall, 251 pounds. These two gargantuans, mastodons of muscle, will go hand to hand right here inside the Atlas Fight Cage tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. And now we've got a great matchup for you in our welterweight division, 170 pounds. What a great fight this is going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll bring to you your first combatant. Let's hear it for Votivka Clark. Votivka is a kickboxer. He trains with Outlaw Combat Sports, fighting out of Palatka, Florida. Votivka, the ever-impressive fighter, this is his 5th time inside the Atlas Fight Cage. Votivka comes in right at 170 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Votivka will have his work cut out for him, ladies and gentlemen. He will be taking on the first Dan black belt in judo, ladies and gentlemen, the 170-pound terror, Robert Turnquest. Mr. Turnquist making the drive all the way down from Pensacola, Florida to be here with us for Atlas Fights. And Mr. Turnquist comes in lean, mean, ready and rocking, 170 pounds. So here you see it, ladies and gentlemen, the ever-vigilant banker with great wrestling background, Votipka Clark, gonna take on the single Dan black belt in judo, Robert Turnquist. No love lost between these two, ladies and gentlemen. This will be a war inside the Atlas Fight cage. It'll be time to knuckle up tomorrow night. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to the featherweight division. In this featherweight division matchup, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you your first fighter. Put your hands together. Let's hear it for Keaton Wood. Ladies and gentlemen, Keaton Wood standing 6 feet 1 inches tall. He tips the scales at 145 ready pounds. Keaton trains with Champions Freestyle MMA out of Birmingham, Alabama. Keaton has finally worked his way up to the big show, his first trip inside the Atlas Fight cage. And tomorrow night, he will be a great veteran fighter. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Carlos Vera. Carlos making the drive all the way from Metairie, Louisiana, representing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Revolution Team. Carlos making his third trip inside the Atlas Fight cage. Tomorrow night, these two well-rounded fighters will go man-to-man, knuckle-to-knuckle, toe-to-toe, face-to-face inside the Atlas Fight cage.
Go, Keith! Go, Keith!
Two men walk in, one man walks out with his hand raised. We'll find out who tomorrow night, right here at AFC 2. That's all. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in our co-main event, this will be in the middleweight division. Oh, folks, ladies and gentlemen, making his way here, just got here in time. Let's meet the opponent for Dexter the Spectre Reed. You heard me talk about him earlier, the big heavyweight, the Wolverine. Here is Everett Sims, ladies and gentlemen. Everett trains with Gladiators Academy out of Lafayette, under head trainer Tim Crater. Everett stands 6 feet 5 inches tall. He is a freestyle fighter. This will be his second trip inside the Atlas Fight cage. Everett comes in at 256 gargantuan pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear for the mastodon of muscle, the Wolverine, Everett Sims. You'll see Everett compete again in the third matchup of the night, our first heavyweight bout. It'll be Everett the Wolverine Sims against Dexter the Spectre Reed. Come on back up, Spectre. Meet your opponent. For a lot of these young fighters, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time they've come eye to eye to get the chance to size up their opponent. It's all funny games for the cameras here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There'll be nothing nice going on inside that cage tomorrow night when the bell rings. These two big men are going to put a show on for us. AFC 2, Atlas Fights, bringing you the best and the brightest of Gulf Coast fighters fighters and athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, this will be your co-main event on the fight card tomorrow night. It will be contested in the Atlas Fight middleweight division. At this time, please welcome to the stage your first fighter. Ladies and gentlemen, here is D.K. Woods. D.K. representing Wolfpack MMA. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, hailing from the peanut capital of the world, Dothan, Alabama. And how about it, folks, tomorrow night inside the Atlas Fight cage, he'll make his professional debut, D.K. Woods, representing Wolfpack MMA. He comes in the lead, mean, ready, and rocking 185 pounds. D.K. is a well-versed boxer, very educated in the sweet science. And tomorrow night he will have a test ahead of him as he takes on the wily veteran. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Todd Liderman. Todd representing the Pensacola Boxing Academy and Doghouse MMA. Todd making his 4th trip into the Atlas Fight cage. Mr. Liderman steps on the scale. He comes in ready to rock. 185 pounds for Todd Liderman, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night in your co-main event, experience versus energy. New blood versus old school. Todd Liderman gonna take on D.K. Woods. We're going to find out who's got the skills that pay the bills inside the Atlas Fight cage tomorrow night. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have worked our way down to the top of the fight card. That's right, this will be your main event of the evening tomorrow night for AFC 2. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, making the drive all the way from Birmingham, Alabama, representing Champions Freestyle MMA. Let's hear it for Anthony Reddick. Anthony making his first trip to the big stage, stepping up inside the Atlas Fight cage. Anthony stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, is a freestyle fighter. This fight is going to be contested in the bantamweight division, and Mr. Reddick comes in at 135 pounds even. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent for this section of the world, a man that needs no introduction, the franchise for Atlas Fights. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Aaron Yoda Williams. Aaron trains and is an instructor at Allen Belcher MMA right here at Ocean Springs. Both of these men have explosive power in their hands, very fast. It's going to be a boxing match here, ladies and gentlemen. These two guys will stand and bang in the center of the cage for you. Yoda comes in locked, cocked, and ready to rock at 135 pounds for Aaron Williams. And now he's going to step up and get eye to eye with his opponent. A little bit of a height difference. difference. Mr. Reddick stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. Aaron Williams stands 5 feet 9.
Source.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss it tomorrow night, right here inside the Grand Ballroom. AFC 2 Atlas Fights Championships. What a great fight it's going to be, ladies and gentlemen. You have met the majority of the fighters here tonight. The few you did not meet will be here tomorrow. Folks, if you do not have your tickets, if your friend, your brother, your cousin, your mama, your uncle, your neighbor, your buddy down the street doesn't have his tickets, tell him to call right now. Ticketmaster, box office here at the casino. Get them before they are gone, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're just a few minutes away. The free concert by Stardust will kick off at approximately 8 o'clock. Don't forget, Atlas Fights and Crown Royal bringing you this free concert, the first of many, many more to come from Atlas Fights. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, my name is Dynamite. Thank you all so much for coming out. I'll see you in just a few minutes, rocking with Stardust.
What's up, man?